In a small town, there lived a young man who was very ambitious. Like everyone else, he had dreams of becoming successful, building a good life, and making his family proud. With those dreams in his heart, he opened a small shop in his town. Every day, he would go to his shop, arrange his goods, and wait for customers, hoping that one day his efforts would bring rewards. But life did not turn out the way he had imagined. Slowly, his business became harder and his sales began to drop. His bills started to pile up and his savings began to dry out. No matter how hard he tried, things just did not seem to improve. He also began having arguments at home due to financial stress. His wife, overwhelmed by the constant struggles and tension, eventually left the home. His parents, who once had full faith in him, now looked at him with disappointment and rarely spoke to him. The young man felt lost, broken, and confused. One evening, after spending the entire day in his shop without a single customer, he closed up his shop and wandered toward the forest near his village. He did not know where else to go. He just wanted to sit in silence, away from people. He felt like his life was useless and that there was no point in living this way. While walking, he found a quiet spot beside a stream. The night was cool and the breeze was gentle. He sat down, stared at the sky, and asked himself, "Why does nothing work out for me?" Suddenly, he felt a hand on his shoulder. For a moment, he was afraid. A cold shiver ran down his spine. Who could it be in this forest at night? He turned around, but it was too dark to see. He switched on his torch and saw an old man standing there. The old man looked wise, with a gentle smile on his calm face. Before the young man could speak anything, the old man asked, "My friend, who are you and what are you doing here in this deep forest?" His voice was kind and understanding. The young man was surprised to see a stranger in the forest, but something about the man's voice was comforting him. Tears welled up in his eyes and he said, "I am very sad. I tried to build a good life, but I am failing. My business failed. My wife left me. My parents are disappointed. My shop is on the verge of closing, and I don't know what to do." The old man sat beside him and said gently, "Tell me everything in detail." The young man poured his heart out, sharing his struggles, failures, and disappointments. The old man listened patiently, without interruption. When he finished, the old man said, "My friend, I believe the root of your problems lies in the habits that keeps one poor. These are habits that trap people in struggle. You may have picked up some of them without realizing it. So, listen carefully." The young man nodded. He sat straight. He was eager to listen. The old man continued, "The first thing that makes a person poor is laziness. Laziness is not just about sleeping or doing nothing. It also shows up in small ways, like delaying tasks, waiting for the perfect time, making excuses, or avoiding discomfort. Success does not wait. Opportunities come quietly and leave quickly. Those who hesitate miss them, and in the end, they lose in life. Most people avoid difficult tasks, thinking they will handle them later. But life rewards those who face challenges head-on. Number 2. Lack of savings. Earning money is only half the job. Saving is just as important as earning. Many people spend everything they earn, and often on things they don't really need. They buy for pleasure or to impress others. But when tough time comes, they have nothing left. Most people try to save whatever is left at the end of the month. But the wise do the opposite. They save first, then spend what is left. Even rich people become poor if they don't save. And poor people who save and invest wisely can become wealthy over time. So, make saving a habit because it brings peace of mind and financial security. Number 3. Fear of taking risk. Growth is not possible without taking smart risk. People who are afraid of taking risk often stay stuck at the same place in their life. Avoiding risk might feel safe, but it blocks progress. Every successful person has stepped out of their comfort zone at some point in their life. That is where growth happens. Without risk, you miss life-changing opportunities. So, always be ready to take calculated risk in your life if you want to grow. Number 4. Lack of discipline. Talent and hard work becomes little without discipline. Discipline means waking up early, showing up on time, completing tasks on time. These are the habits that build success. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Without it, life becomes messy and opportunities are missed. But with discipline, you stay consistent and keep moving forward. Number 5. Not learning. The world is always changing. New technologies, trends, and ideas are always emerging. If you stop learning, you will fall behind. To grow in life and business, you must stay open to learning. Learn new skills, adapt to new tools, and keep updating yourself. If you don't keep learning, others will surpass you soon, and you will be left behind. So, always keep learning in your life. Number 6. Bad company. The people around you shape who you become. If your circle wastes time, complains, or lacks ambition, you will also slowly become like them. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Good company inspires you to grow in life, stay focused, and improve. So, choose your circle wisely because it can shape your future. Number 7. Complaining attitude. Some people always complain about their luck, others, or their situation. But complaining fixes nothing. It only wastes time and keeps you stuck. Instead of focusing on what's wrong, focus on how to make it better. Be grateful for what you have and take action to improve what you don't. The more you complain, the more stuck you stay. And the more you act, the more progress you make. After saying this, the old man paused. Then he said in a soft but firm voice, "These 7 habits are the roots of poverty. Remove them from your life and success will follow." Success does not come from luck or magic, but it comes from respecting time, money, learning, and discipline. The forest grew quiet again. Only the sound of the stream flowed gently in the background. The young man sat in silence, thinking deeply. He could now see where he had gone wrong, not because of fate, but because of his choices and habits. Feeling grateful, he said, "Thank you, sir. I will surely apply your advice in my life. But before I leave, I want to ask you who you are and what are you doing in this forest?" The old man's face turned serious. He said in a calm voice, "I was once just like you. I made the same mistakes you are making. In my frustration, I ended my life, and now I guide those who have lost their way." The young man was stunned. A chill ran through his body. He asked nervously, "You ended your life? What do you mean?" You are not alive." The old man nodded gently. Then he said, "Yes, you are right. I am no longer alive. But don't be afraid. I am not here to harm anyone. I only want to help those who are lost in their life and they don't know where to turn. I want to tell them that every problem in life has a solution. We should never give up or take any wrong step out of frustration." Saying this, the old man slowly disappeared into the darkness of the forest. The young man sat still. He was shocked, but he was also awakened. He realized that the wise spirit had come to guide him back to the right path. He stood up and began walking home. His heart was full of mixed emotions, a little fear, deep thought. But now there was also clarity, hope, and determination. He kept thinking about the 7 habits the wise man's spirit had shared with him. He returned home and began working on himself. Slowly, he changed his habits, became more disciplined, kept learning, and focused on his growth. Within a year, his life turned around. His business grew, his wife came back, and his family once again felt proud of him. So friends, if you also want to overcome poverty and become successful in life, then apply these 7 lessons in your life. And always remember, your habits and mindset shape your future. So, avoid laziness, save money wisely, choose the right company, keep learning, stop complaining, take smart risks in your life, and live with discipline, and success will find its way to you.